Well, I think something might be entirely wrong with this. Might have, I don't know. Maybe I let the memory get too full. I don't know if it might be a coincidence, but it got pretty full. It didn't give a warning of it getting full, and then it was just really, really getting clunky and slowing down. It was just stuttering and taking longer to open applications, and everything was just being you know uncooperative in functionality, and and even right now it's like behaving a little bit weird, stuttering. So the longer videos, I think I might have to like watch that. I think I can't go as long as those because the last one, whoa, well, it wouldn't have, I mean, it's nothing, it's not like a big deal if one of them goes down or doesn't go anywhere. It's just me talking. It's just for me, and whatever I end up saying, I'll say it again. So it's not a big deal if it gets lost forever. So much of what anyone does on any given day is just gone. There's no memory of it. And, who's around to remember? And no one is capable of remembering all that stuff. So stuff happens, and time goes by, and all those little moments that never get heard or never get seen. Yeah, and so it's like how much of what I'm saying right now is just going nowhere because this little tablet is having trouble. So I was talking about they just go by and they just never get captured. They just get lost. So, and it's like with this stuttering, it's like I don't even know. It's like, is it even? It's going to be a hiccuping in the video or not? I'm not sure. But anyway, it's Sunday, and I just wanted to get to this. I just wanted to test because the last over half-hour video, it took me a day of trying to figure out what was going on to see, and then just to be patient. And like once it started to go, I was just like, okay, I'm not going to touch a thing because it kept crashing. The application just kept crashing. It was just like, and it was like restarting on its own. It's like, okay, there's something. So I cleared as much of the cache as I could, opened up hard drive space, and it's like, hopefully it defragments or recompiles and or does something automagically, because I don't know if this thing needs a defragmenter or does it. It's a tablet. It doesn't have a hard. I mean, it has. I'm not sure how tablets work. You believe in them. You just clap and they work. I'm not sure. So anyway, I want to keep this as relatively short as possible, so it doesn't take a day to upload. And I like my tablet. I will, if this one just crashes out, I will just get another one. This one is over 5 years old. Almost, yeah, actually closer to 6 years old. So I didn't ever really even start using it until just about over a year ago. You know, well, it came in handy when the desktop computer died. So this was a backup, and now I've got the laptop, and so it's like, well, it makes sense. As soon as another option becomes available, the previous one just finds a way to just stop working. I'm not sure. So it's like, this will be interesting to see how this turns out, because it just keeps on doing weird stuff with the video. So I'm not sure if that is going to be like choppy on the other side of it or not. It'll be interesting to find out though. But anyway, the adventures in recording, this will be one take, like all the rest. So that's why it's like all these little, I noticed the last one I was saying, I don't know a lot. And it's because I wasn't really talking about myself. I was talking about somebody else the first like 10, 15 minutes. And so it's like, I didn't know really how to talk about somebody else, because it's not really my purview to talk about somebody else. I can only talk about myself with any sort of, clarity. So it was kind of annoying watching myself say I don't know a lot. So sorry about that. I don't know. But anyway, it was first day back at work. I was interested to see how I would have made a video when I first got back. I thought about it, but then this thing was not acting right, and I didn't want to do a trial run on the laptop to see how its video does. So I was just like, well, I'll just deal with this first, and and I was like, I feel okay anyway. I'm just tired. I'm not upset. Well, a little upset, but more just tired and cranky. But that's normal from being out in the world and all sorts of having to deal with people, and because no one cares, about my little feelings out there. They don't even know about them, and if they did know about them, they'd probably just get over yourself or make fun of me, or or be like, well, what do you want me to do about it? Everybody's got their own stuff that they've got to deal with. So it's like not a big surprise or a big deal that I've got my own stuff, and it's up to me to deal with it because no one's going to deal with it for me. So I've got to deal with it. So it's tough love, I guess. My sponsor hit it on the nail on the head when he said get over yourself, and it's like, well, I mean, I didn't even register at that time, about being autistic. I had no idea, consciously, even though part of me knew because I was there for the whole diagnosis, but not really there, kind of. It was a weird thing. I was told that I interviewed really well, but I don't. And my brother was there too, so it's so weird, that whole diagnosis. It's I've got the paperwork, so it's like I interview really well, and it's like all the nurses' notes from my time at the hospital. It's like, so that's what it looked like from the outside, because it was terrifying in here. Just the hallucinations and stuff, all that. Good times, good times. It's coming out of the coma. It was weird. So, anyway, but it was a good meeting tonight. Saw some familiar faces. A face, one in particular I hadn't seen in a while, and kind of wondered what happened to her. It's like people disappear, and I was kind of worried that something might have, but oh yeah, she had gone back out, and now she's back in. Well, it's always so tough though, because people come back in and they go back out, because whatever they had working for them the first time they got sober, it tends to whatever. It's never the same. You can't get sober the same way as the first time. So it's like if she had 2 years, like she says she has 2 years where she first got sober. I mean, that's never going away. That whatever she learned, whatever she experienced, that life, that doesn't go anywhere. That still counts to me. She just start her her count over again, or her days, or time, or whatever. Because it's a healing process, and there's new harm and new hurt and new damage and new suffering and all sorts of things that need to be addressed. Because whatever was a reason at first must have been something there, like something was going on that, or a drug of choice or alcohol still seemed like a viable solution. Or some people, just think that they've got, a handle on it and can successfully drink for fun and recreation. And then it gets away from them all over again. So, me from only for myself, I don't play around with it. I don't entertain it, because if I start entertaining the concept of it, I might try it. And if I try it, then I don't know. I don't know. So it's like I don't play around with it. I don't think about it, because I start thinking about the what ifs, and then the what ifs, and it's like, it's just not. I just don't play around with it. I don't think about it. I was just like, well, just don't, and then I don't have to worry about it. And it's easier that way. I didn't enjoy my time those last couple years just drinking alone in a house in northwest Wisconsin, every day by myself, just doing nothing, not creating anything, producing nothing, being a drain on resources, just consuming, and not doing any good for anybody, and just being just a horrible, just a walking nightmare zombie, of a person. And that just must have caused no end of just uh, disheartening. Like, this is, it's like that whole thing. And it's another story. But anyway, we're already 11 minutes. I'm starting to think, oh, I better get this video closing. But so it was good to see her. See if she sticks around. She looked, um, she looked like she'd had a rough time, and she did it to herself. No one chose it for her, unless somebody physically was forcing her. But it didn't seem like it. She was there on her own by herself, so no one was with her. So, yeah. So 2021, yay! I had a pretty good 2020. I liked it. Yeah, it took some adjustments and took some adaptation. Um, but all told, for me, it was a very it was a better year. Every year that I've spent in sobriety has been better than the previous year, and I haven't regretted it. I used to measure things in my schedule in time, and measured everything against how much time did I have to drink. And if I didn't have enough, and I used to think of things as wastes of time if it's like I'd rather just be drinking. And then there was never enough time drinking, because all of a sudden I'd be required to be somewhere that I didn't want to be because I'd rather still be drinking. And it was just like that drinking just never stopped. It just rolled from day to 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 day. So there was no end. The day, it was a really, really long day. And, a year's long day, a decade's long day. It just never stopped. At least maybe when I was, probably towards the end, like the last 5 years or so, where it's probably a really, really 5 years long day. Maybe 6, maybe 7, I'm not sure. Pretty much all of Wisconsin, because I'm not even sure when I moved up there. It might have been 2008, it might have been 2009. And then I got sober in 2016. So it might have been a 7 years long day. So I was kind of like mostly okay when I left West Virginia in 2008 or 9. Whatever year that was. Yeah, I was still mostly in control. Not control, but mostly making decisions, because I still had the wherewithal to leave West Virginia in the first place. And, just make that decision and just, and I felt good. That felt like a right decision. But then what I did with that decision afterwards, it just fell apart, because I don't know, I abused the situation and took advantage of the situation to do nothing and just drink. And, I got the results that I got, and I made it to here. So anyway, this little video is, I don't know, it's starting to crap out, and I'm starting to worry that it's going to just fail catastrophically, and how it's stuttering already. So I'm going to go ahead and call it there, and hope that it uploads okay. And, well, this might be the last video on this tablet. We'll see what happens. So I hope everything's okay. I really do. I have no reason to not believe that everything's okay. So, 15. Okay, that's it. Bye.